Hey everyone, Jeffrey Guterman, and we're doing that not Twitter, we're doing that YouTube thing, YouTube live thing. And we got a ball game here this morning. It's the Washington Senators at the Minnesota Twins. It's going to be quiet for a little while as I set this up. I had originally set this up for tomorrow, but I have nothing to do, and I need to play Strat-O-Matic right now to cope. This is the last game of this date, as a matter of fact. It's only 2 games on this date. This is the first of a 3-game series. Washington will go back home after this series. Dick Smith played, but I'd have to do a nameless player. I really don't want to. And Lee May pinch hits, so I might switch that. I have to check. I think Kaat's a southpaw, isn't he? Oh. Let's get the Twins down here. Tovar. Middlesbrough. Madison Kaat. That's left, first, third, second, and short. Knowles here. We could use him again. He pitched in Real World. And they had Minnesota had Perinoski. And they used Chance Woodson. Worthington and Grisenda. They used Perinoski, but I don't need to use him again. Washington won this one in Real World. Kaat. I just gotta see something here. Yeah, Kaat is a left-hander. Kathy Harden, how are you? I hope you're well. I'm doing okay. Doing okay. Just setting this up. And thank you for coming on board here today. 65, 62. Just a quiet time right now. Indeed. '87 and '38. The Twins have won 5 in a row, in case anybody's interested. Bosman. Let's see, Bosman. Bosman comes in with 10 wins. And Kaat comes in with 16. Wow. It's Kaat, yeah. Now, I may have to do a substitution for Lee May. Because they used Dick Smith as a nameless. We could use him as a nameless, but I don't think so. Oh. Whoops. Oh, let's see here. It's going to be Cullen. There's Bosman. Brinkman is out. He's hurt. That's too bad. Yeah, Lee May's a left-hander, and he's not good at all. So I'm going to bring in Hank Allen to play left field. Left field, yeah. Let's get our lineups here. We have Sayes, Howard, McMullen, Aaliyah. We're going to bring in Hank Allen, Unser, Casanova, and Bosman is a 1WR. And let's get these Minnesota Twins. Ulander, here's Kaat. Tovar. Killebrew. Reese. Nettles. Roseborough. And Cardenas. Whoops. And Kaat is a 7. Alrighty, I'm gonna plug in these fielding ratings. Bosman, 1WR, 2.7. Hang on. There we go. There's Delonser. And Casanova. Let's get the 7NL. Let's get the Twins here. Boy, he's a bad fielder. Wow, God. Lord. Oh, here's Tovar playing second base. He can play almost anywhere. He can even pitch. It's amazing. Nettles. I'd like to play a nice leisurely game. And Cardenas. There. Whoopsie. Daisy. I think I'll just go ahead and make some coffee now before we start, because I'm gonna have to do it anyway. I have a little left, but it's old. And I welcome you to Minneapolis at Municipal Stadium for the Washington Senators at the Minnesota Twins. Oh, everybody, welcome. My name is Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We've got a ball game of a 3-game series. It's the second and last game of all games on August 25, 1969. It's a travel day for every team except 4 of them. We already played the first game. This one will have Dick Bosman, right-hander, with 10 wins for the Senators, and Jim Kaat with 16 wins for the Twins. Senators come in 3 games over 500, 25 behind Baltimore. The Twins are in first place by 18 games. They've won 5 in a row, and I'm going to make the coffee, and then we'll get ready to play some ball. I think I'm going to tweet this one out just because I feel like it. Oh. Maybe I'll do a full pot. This. Indeed, Kathy, indeed. Some more on there. More aspirin cream. Yeah, I think I'll tweet this one out. You give me a minute, everybody. There it is. It's up and it's good. Well, I want to welcome everybody here to the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. This is a leisurely, nice ball game on a Sunday afternoon. YouTube, Jeffrey Guterman. Let's go through our opening lineups here. For the Washington Senators, leading off Tim Cullen at second base. Batting second is Zoilo, the Treaty of Versailles, at short. Big man Frank Howard batting third at first. Ken McMullen is the cleanup hitter. He's playing third base. Brant Aaliyah in right field, batting fifth. Batting sixth, Hank Allen in left field. Batting seventh is Del Unser. He's in center. Paul Casanova doing the catching today. Batting eighth, and Dick Bosman, the right-hander. He's a good one. Look at him. He's 110. And look at that ERA, 2.19. For the Minnesota Twins, it'll be Ted Uhlaender leading off in center field. Cesar Tovar at second base, batting second. Batting third is Tony Oliva in right field. The cleanup hitter is Harmon Killebrew at third base. Rich Reese bats fifth. He's at first. Greg Nettles in left field, batting sixth. Johnny Roseboro batting seventh and catching. Jose Cardenas at shortstop, batting eighth. And the pitcher, left-hander Jim Kaat, and he has won 16 games. Still out with an injury until probably another 2 weeks is Rod Carew. And we're in Minnesota, and the Twins take the field. And leading it off for the Senators is Tim Cullen. He is a right-hander. This lineup is full of all right-handers except Del Unser. He's a left-hander. Cullen steps in facing Kaat. Kaat is ready. We have a Kathy Harden for the Senators. And here's Kaat now. He's ready, the windup and the pitch to Cullen. That's 4-4, right-handed. Grounds it to third X. That's going to be for Killebrew a 439. Watch out. This could be trouble. That's a 10-4. It's going to be a G3. The pound is ignored. Killebrew with a E39 at third. That's going to be 11-15. E39. That is going to be an E2. This could be a two-base error by Killebrew to start the ball game. Let's check it out. It's going to be E2 with a G3 E2. And it is an error. It's a two-base error, as I had surmised. So Cullen is on after the two-base error by Harmon Killebrew. Can you imagine if all plays took this long? You have some games that are like that. So Cullen is on second, I'm sorry. On the two-base error by Harmon Killebrew. Doyle Versailles. And that coffee's brewing. That coffee's almost ready here. Okay, Kaat now from the stretch with Cullen on second, nobody out. The pitch to Versailles. That's 1-7 left-handed, and he struck him out. One away. And here comes the big man, Frank Howard. The tweet up there. Yeah, we already have a few retweets. Got some people who kid. And isn't that something? There's Kathy Harden. Mark Schucker also has retweeted you for your support. So kind. So kind. We thank you. So here's big man Howard. It's Cullen on second, one down. From the stretch, Kaat. That's 5-8 right-handed. And he grounds it to third, holding Cullen. And it's Killebrew throwing it over to Reese for the second out of the inning. Two down. And here's Ken McMullen. Kaat will try to get out of this. And leave Cullen. And you know what? That coffee, I hear it. It's done. Sound of silence when that coffee is done brewing. There we go. We got some coffee here. folks. Got it beautifully. Now McMullen facing Kaat. Here's the pitch to McMullen. That's 2-8. Left-handed, struck him out. And the side is retired. 2 strikeouts this inning for Kaat. No runs, no hits, the 2-base error. 1 left after a half. It's Washington nothing. And Minnesota coming to bat. And it's great to be in the saddle here, enjoying Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. Really is. Dick Bosman comes out. Takes his warm-ups. I got this game on the big screen. Bosman finishes it up. And Casanova throws to second. And it's around the horn. Back to Bosman, and here we go. He's ready. Ted Uhlaender leads it off for the Minnesota Twins here in the bottom of the first, foist. And it's a scoreless ball game. Here's Bosman, and the pitch to Uhlaender. That's 5-8, left-handed. Grounds it to second X. That's going to be Tovar. I can tell you that right now. Not Tovar, I'm so sorry. Cullen. He's a 318. Whoops. Here we go. 318. That'll be a 6-3. And that's a G3. Pound is ignored. Cullen is an 18. He is a E18. That's a 3. Wow. 18, 3. And no, it's going to be a none. So it's going to be a G3 none at second base. And with nobody on, the batter is out. So Cullen throws him out. Uhlaender is retired. So there's one down. Here's Cesar Tovar. Tovar in at second base today for the injured Rod Carew. Here's Bosman now, the windup and the pitch to Tovar. That's 3-4 right-handed. He pops it up left side at third base, just foul territory. McMullen has it, and it's 2 away for Tony Oliva. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord. That is very, very good coffee. Okay, Bosman gets the sign from Casanova. The windup and the pitch to Oliva. That's 6-7, left-handed. Grounds it to first base. That's scooped up by big man Howard. And he takes it to the bag himself for the third out. So it's a 1-2-3 inning for Bosman. And and after 1, it's scoreless here in Minneapolis. And it's a beautiful morning for a game of soon-to-be afternoon here on the East Coast for a game of Strat-O-Matic. 1969 baseball. Ah, that's good coffee. Okay, Kaat comes out, and it's going to be Brantalia to lead it off. That's fouled back and out of play by Aaliyah. Oh. And the pitch from Kaat. That's 2-5. Left-handed, walked him. So Aaliyah is on to start off the top of the second. And here's Hank Allen. Right-handed hitter. Okay, Kaat from the stretch with Aaliyah on first, nobody out. Here's the pitch to Allen. That's going to be 4-11 right-handed, and that is a upswing there. Let's check it out on the chart. It's an up arrow. We have no problem having to look at the instructions when we're still in this early phase of practicing at super advanced. No problem. And yes, it's an up arrow. That's 4-11 right-handed up arrow, which means ignore the first reading, use the second. Okay, it's that simple. I'll try to remember that. So on a 4-11, that's going to be a single 1-6. It is a line drive to short caught by Kaat for the out. So that's one away. Isn't that nice? In advanced, it looks just so good. Super advanced. It looks so good that things are really playing out as they should in this replay. Here's Del Unser now. Kaat looks in. He gets the sign from Roseboro. He's ready now. And the pitch to Unser. That's 3-10 left-handed. Grounds it back to Kaat. He forces Aaliyah at second base for the second out, and Unser is safe on first. And that'll bring up Paul Casanova with 2 outs and Del Unser on first base. Okay, here's Kaat now. And the pitch to Casanova. That is 5-8, right-handed. Chops it to third. Killebrew stops it and throws across to Reese for the third out. So in the top of the second for Washington, it was no runs, no hits, the walk, and 1 left. And in the middle of the second, it's still a scoreless ball game. 2 great pitchers going at it today, Dick Bosman and Jim Kaat. Oh, that's good coffee. Lord, that is such good coffee. I have my son's car here, and I'm supposed to pick him up, believe it or not, at 10 p.m. I'm going to communicate with him and ask him, will he please take an Uber to my place, which is fairly close, and pick up the car and then take it himself. In fact, let me text him. Now, he may call, and if that happens, we have always the risk of getting disconnected. I'm sure he's going to say fine. Alrighty, I'm sorry to have to bring my personal affairs into... Yeah, oh, you're saying let him, yeah, because that's, you know, especially you and me, we go to bed early, even though I've been up. You know, I've been up these days, I've been up till midnight and, you know, interrupted throughout the night, up at 2, 3, 5, 8, you know. As long as I get those Z's in, here's Dick Bosman on the mound. He's going to face Killebrew to start it off here, bottom of the second. It's no score. I just texted him. And, oh, you don't like, I don't blame you. I'm not a big fan of that either. Alrighty, Dick Bosman is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Harmon Killebrew. That's 5-4 right-handed. He grounds it to third base. That's going to be for McMullen. He's a 3-14. That'll be 13-3. It's a G2. He should get this, unless he boots it. McMullen, let's see. He's a 14, E14. That's going to be 6-12-13. 14-13. No, he gets it, I think. G2. G2, none. Lord. What? G2, none. And he throws him out. I don't even have to look at the batter designation anymore. So it's one away. Here's Rich Reese. Killebrew retired. It's always a good event if you're the other team. That game is up on the big screen. Enjoying it very much to have that up there. Okay, here's Bosman now. He gets the sign from Casanova. And the pitch to Reese. That's 1-8 right-handed. And that is a liner to second, caught by Cullen. Nice catch by Tim Cullen at second base. Saved a base hit. And that'll be 2 away. On a 1-8 single 1-12, it was a 15. So there's 2 outs. And here's Greg Nettles, the youngster. Good coffee. Okay, Bosman, the windup, and the pitch to Nettles. That's 6-11 left-handed, fly ball right X. That'll be for Aaliyah. He's a 4-18. Oh, fun. That'll be 8-4. It's going to be a base hit. It's an S2. Aaliyah 18. 4. 8-4. It's a single 2. And Aaliyah out in right field is an 18. That's going to be 6-11, 14, 18. No, it's just going to be an S2. And that means that it's a base hit. So there's the first hit of the ball game for either team. Nettles with a 2-out single off of Bosman. He'll work Bosman from the stretch now for Roseboro. Coming up to the plate, left-handed hitter. Okay, Bosman now. And the pitch to Roseboro. They sleep late, by the way. 4-6, and that is a fly ball to right. Oh, it's dropping in. That's going to be a double. It was a 4-6, left-handed, double 1-3. That's exactly, it's a 2. Nettles rounding third. Let's see if he'll try to score. 1-12, 2 outs, 1-14. And a +1, 1-15. He's coming home. Here's the throw from Aaliyah to get Nettles. 1-15, he's safe. Oh, that's a re-roll. And he's safe just by a hair. And Roseboro goes to third. Again, 1-12, 1-14, 1-15. And so Nettles really hustling. The clutch double by Roseboro, and Nettles scores from first. And that'll make it 1-0 Minnesota. Bosman gets hit here. This is all with 2 outs. The single by Nettles and then Roseboro knocking him home. Here's Bosman now. Yeah, see if he can get Cardenas. The pitch from Bosman, 3-10 right-handed, and he grounds it back to Bosman. He fields it, throws it over to Howard, and the side is retired. But there was 1 run on 2 hits and 1 left on. After 2, it's a 1-0 ball game. And a very leisurely game, I might add. Looking ahead at our schedule, I'm not gonna do an update, folks, on standings and leaders after this game, which is the last of this date, because it was only 2 games. So we'll just move on. And I'll update, of course, the standings for these 2 teams. And looking ahead, now we'll be moving to August 26th for our next game. I'm not sure when I'm going to play it, but it's going to be a snoozer. Seattle at Baltimore. Seattle finished up the homestand, and they, on the 25th travel day, they come into Baltimore, and it's a snoozer of a game. It will be Gene Brabender starting for Seattle, and Tom Phoebus. Yeah, it's a real sleeper there. Uh, a real sleeper. And we'll plug away at it as best you can. But who would have thought when I was a kid and I went to my friend's house and he had the 69 set, basic only, mind you. This was 1970, age 12 and a half. Who would have thought that one day I'd have the advanced version and I'd be doing a replay, and look at that, I have 400, about 430 some odd games left. That feels like kind of nothing to me. Before you know it, we'll be in September. It's Kaat on the mound. I'm just getting myself situated here. We'll be ready to go in about just about 2 minutes here. Just taking care of something here. It's a 1-0 ball game. Here's the big screen. Having a great time with that. Super time. Oh. So I went in case anybody's interested. I've been cat sitting, and for 48 hours, actually it was, let me see, Friday, Saturday. Yeah, 48 hours she hid away, no food, no water. So I came up with the idea, which turned out to be very smart. Why don't I just leave yesterday? Leave the food out. I went back this morning and it was all eaten. She was hungry, the poor thing. So I put out some fresh food. I fed the fish. I really don't feel like going to the airport at 10 o'clock p.m. And I'll even pay for a Uber. We're gonna head to the top of the third. A week with no food or water? How could that be? You had to have. You had to have. That's more than this cat. Wow. You had to have maybe given some water or food through the back door or something. That's unbelievable. You know, taking care of a cat is not so hard. I could even think of getting one, but this studio is so small, it's just not worth it. You know? Just not worth it. I have enough problems taking care of myself and keeping. You sneak it in. Okay. So he did come out. Okay. But then he would hide again. Okay. Yeah, Jules was a shelter cat too. My son's is a shelter cat. Let's just get some coffee here and we'll continue this lovely ball game. Twins lead at 1-0. Yeah, and leading it off in the top of the third for the Senators is their pitcher, Dick Bosman, a 1 WR, his first plate appearance today in the ball game. Okay, Kaat is ready. Here's the windup and the pitch to Bosman. That's 3-7, and he chops it to second for Tovar. Over to Reese, one down in the Senators' top of the third. And here's Tim Cullen. We're so glad to have you here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. It's a lovely morning, except if you're on the East Coast or further east, Europe, Africa, then you're well into the afternoon. It's 12:03 here at Studio B in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Now Tim Cullen steps up. Kaat winds and the pitch. That's going to be 4-12, right-handed. Grounds it to short for Cardenas, and that's 2 outs. And here's Versailles. The treaty. Old Versailles with 2 outs and nobody on. Here's Kaat. 2-8, left-handed. That's going to be a double down the line in right field for Versailles. It was 1-8, and it is a double. Versailles is standing up at second base with 2 down. And the big man Howard is the tying run at the plate here. Kaat will want to pitch him very carefully. McMullen comes out on deck. Here's Kaat now. That's 2-8, left-handed, chops it to shortstop. Cardenas again. Throws it to Reese, and that will retire the side. So, Senators get their first hit, but no runs, 1 left. And we're in the middle of the third. It's a 1-0 ball game. Twins in the lead here. Now Jim Kaat comes out to hit his first at bat, his first plate appearance, I should say, of the afternoon. 1-0 Minnesota. Kaat, a 7 NL. Ooh, that's good coffee. Oh, Lord. Here's Bosman. 2-7, and he flies it to center field. Under it is Unser for the out. One away, and Ted Eulander comes up. Ted grounded to second in the first. Oh. The pitch to Eulander. 1-4, right-handed. Grounded to third. McMullen over to first, 2 down. Nobody on, and Cesar Tovar comes up. He popped to third to McMullen in the first. Here's Bosman now, the windup and the pitch to Tovar. 5-11, right-handed, grounded to third, again, McMullen. And the side is retired, 1-2-3 for Bosman. It's a very good pitcher. After 3, it's 1-0 Minnesota. And this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. We're so glad to have you all here. And once I get in my mind that I'm going to take a break, I'm going to take a break. I remember when I was writing my dissertation, when I was writing books, it was sort of a marathon process, but I would write for 40 minutes and then I would lie down. I once wrote a whole book during a Christmas break from school when I was a professor, like in 3 weeks. I had already had it outlined and stuff, but I mean, I essentially wrote the first draft. And that was a rewarding process for me. I missed that. But I am way past any of that. I don't have the patience to write anymore of any length. I tweet, you know, but I'm going to take a little break. I was just about to respond to somebody, and I decided not to. Kathy, you sort of hypnotized me, or I hypnotized myself. Not gonna do it. It's not worth it. And plus, my followers will not think well of it, that I stoop to that level. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna step outside for a minute. I hope you're all enjoying this ball game. Ooh, I sure am. And I think it's going kind of nicely. The pace is kind of nice in keeping with what a ball game is like. I'll be back. Indeed. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh. God, how late are they going to be? Wow. Oh, Lord. Well, still lots of baseball to play here on the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network this afternoon. It's 1-0 Minnesota. We're going to head to the top of the fourth in a couple minutes. I'm Jeffrey Guterman. Stand by. Okay, we're set here. I'm sorry for the delays. Jim Kaat comes out, top of the fourth here. And it'll be Ken McMullen to lead it off. Okay, Kaat is ready, struck McMullen out in the first. 1-8 left-handed, and there's a base hit to left field for McMullen. So McMullen leads it off with a single. He's on first, and here's Brantalia, who walked in the second. Okay, Kaat from the stretch. That's 2-7 left-handed, and he struck him out. That's the third strikeout for Kaat. And here's Hank Allen stepping in. 1 out, McMullen, a short lead off first base. And the pitch to Allen. 5-4 right-handed, fly ball center X. That's going to be for Eulander. He's a 2-1. He's good. Let's see how he handles this. That's a 3-2. That's an F2 for McMullen out in for Eulander out in center. That'll be an E1. You see how good that is. 5-8, 11. That'll be none. It's an F2. And he flies out. A runner on with a runner on first, nobody tags. So it's 2 away. And here's Del Unser. Unser reached on a force in the second. He's 0 for 1. Here's the pitch to Unser. 1-8, left-handed. Base hit up the middle. McMullen rounds second. He goes to third. The Senators have first and third with 2 outs. Yes, I do. Yes, I do like it, sir. Yes. The super advanced, I think you meant. It's first and third, 2 outs, and Casanova just starting it for the past, I don't know, I don't know how many games, half a dozen or so. Here's Casanova with 2 outs, first and third. Clutch situation here. Here's Kaat. 1-9 left-handed, and he pops it up to third, just foul, and Killebrew makes the catch, and the side is retired. So no runs for Washington. They strand 2, and in the middle of the fourth, it's still a 1-0 ball game. 2 very good pitchers going at it here today, and Rhodes Scholar is here. It's been a while, Rhodes Scholar. Hope all is well. Bosman now on the mound. He's allowed 1 run in 3 innings on 2 hits, both in the second inning. A single, then a double with 2 outs, scored the run. Tony O grounded to first in the first. Bosman throws. That's 5-2, left-handed. Grounds it to second X. That'll be Cullen. He's a 315. That'll be 16-3. That'll be a G1. We'll see if he can get this. It's a grounder. He's an E18 at second. That's going to be 6-9-10. Looks like it's going to be out. Cullen going for it on a G1. And he does throw him out. So the side is, that's one out. And we have Rhodes Scholar for the Senators. Here's Killebrew now. 0 for 1, grounded to third. .411 right-handed. He walked him. So Killebrew is on with one out, and here's Rich Reese. .110, and he pops it up to first, and big man Howard makes the catch, 2 outs. Greg Nettles now, left-handed hitter, 2 down with Killebrew on first. .611, left-handed, fly ball to right X. That's for Aaliyah, 418. That could be trouble. It'll be 24. It's an F3. Let's see if he can get this. Aaliyah out and right. That'll be 18. That's 356, 18. Oh, that's an E1. It is booted by Aaliyah. Let's see the nature of it. It's going to be an E1. I'm sorry, it's a F3 E1. And it's a 1-base error, runner's advance. So Aaliyah, with a 1-base error, first error for the Senators. It's first and second with 2 outs. And here's Johnny Roseboro. Roseboro doubled in the second. Nettles scoring from first on that with 2 outs for the only run in this ball game. Now it's first and second, 2 outs. And here's the pitch from Bosman. 410, left-handed, fly ball center. And Unser is under it. And Bosman gets out of that. Stranding 2, no runs. And after 4, it's still 1-0. 1-0 ball game. It's a lovely afternoon for a game of Strat-O-Matic 1969 baseball. Very light schedule here on August 25. Just 2 games. It's a travel day for most teams. In the other game, the Cubs beat the Reds 7-2. Home runs by Santo, his 21st. Hickman hit 2 home runs, his 19th and 20th. Hands gets his 19th win of the season. He's second in the National League behind Juan Marichal with 21. Okay, Bosman will lead it off. He's 0 for 1. Top of the 5th. Washington down 1-0 here. Here's Kaat. That's 4-12. Right-handed. Grounds it to short. And Cardenas throws over to Reese. It's 1 out. Now Tim Cullen 0 for 2, reached on a 2-base error and grounded to short. Guess there's a ball game, couple games today, huh? In real world baseball. Looking at that schedule. Both night games. Wow. Texas at Houston at 8:15 Eastern. That's the only game. Okay. I have no interest in any of the postseason right now. Here's Cullen 0 for 2. The pitch from Kaat. 6-2 right-handed. Grounds it back to Kaat. He's a 150. Ay. Good Lord. Can you imagine that? That'll be a 15-1. It's a G1, but again, he may have trouble with this. He's a 50. Wow. Oh. 6-8-10. He's an E50. My Lord. 10. Look at that. That's an E1. Oh, look at that. Oh, Kaat. E1. That'll be a G1 E1. And that's going to be booted by Kaat. And that puts Cullen on first. That's the second error for the Twins. And here's Versailles, the Treaty. The Treaty O. Treaty O Versailles. He doubled in the third, was left on. Doubled with 2 outs. Here's Kaat. And the pitch to Versailles. That's 1-2, left-handed, struck him out. It's the second time he struck Versailles out, and that's the 4th for Kaat today. Now big man Howard, the go-ahead run at the plate with Cullen on first. Clutch situation, 2 outs. One column, you're in big trouble. Here's Kaat now. And the pitch to Howard. That's 2-3. And he grounds it to third for Killebrew. And the side is retired. No runs for the Senators in the top of the 5th. Kaat throwing shutout baseball. There was the error left on. Middle of the 5th, it's still 1-0 Twins. Which, if who scores? Cullen? Because Cullen would be an unearned run. I'm not sure who you were referring to, Rhodes Scholar. Who were you referring to? Killebrew? Or Howard, I mean? Here's Dick Bosman now. And Cardenas. Fortunately, I don't even keep that stat. You know? I don't have the time to do all that. It would be nice. Okay, Leo Cardenas leading it off, bottom of the fifth for the Twins. Here's Bosman now. The pitch to Cardenas. That's 210 right-handed, and that is a base hit by Leo to lead it off. So Leo's on. Here's Jim Kaat. He's a C bunter. We'll have him hit away. A 7 NL. Twins have won 5 in a row. They lead it here 1-0. That's 4-8 left-handed. Struck him out. That is the first strikeout for Bosman today. 1 down. Now Ted Uhlaender, who's 0 for 2. Here's Bosman now. The pitch. That's 2-2. Right-handed. Grounds it back to Bosman. He forces Cardenas for the second out, and Uhlaender is on first. He's a B. He'll be held 1-10, 1-8 with Casanova. And Cesar Tovar is the batter. Two 5 right-handed, walked him. First and second with 2 outs for Tony Oliva. Very dangerous situation here. This Twins lineup, Oliva, Killebrew, Rod Carew is injured. With him, it's just a formidable lineup. 2 outs, first and second. The pitch to Oliva. That's 6-8 left-handed. He pops him up to second. And Cullen makes the catch, and the side is retired. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 left after 5, 1-0. Twins. This is the first of a 3. Jim Kaat's first endurance inning is the 6th this inning. They'll face McMullen to lead it off. 1 for 2, Ken McMullen. Here's Kaat. 6-5, right-handed. That's hit well by McMullen. Going deep, and it's gone. Against the left-hander, it's gone. Kenny McMullen has tied the ball game with a solo home run here in the top of the 6th. Let's look at that again, please. 6-5, right-handed, home run 1-9, and that's a 6. And against left-handers, oh Lord, he does have the power, Kathy Harden. So Ken McMullen has tied the ball game. He had 19, surprising number for me. 19 home runs. Let's see for McMullen. This in our replay. McMullen, that's number 12. Okay. So the 12th home run of the season for Ken. And nice to see him get a good cloud of something. Here's Brantalia now. It's a 1-1 ball game. Okay, Kaat is ready. And the pitch to Aaliyah. That's 5-6, right-handed. Fly ball to center for Eulander. 1 out. Now Hank Allen. 1 swing of the bat, it's a tie game. Hank Allen, 0 for 2. 1 out, nobody on. And the pitch. 5-5. Left as a base hit by Hank. Remember, this is Kaat's first endurance inning. 1 more hit or walk, and he is fatigued. Isn't that something? Hank Allen being held, he's a 1-9 with Unser coming up, and there is action in the Twins bullpen. And believe it or not, it's Dean Chance, and I like to pick that up from Real World to see when did a starter relieve, because otherwise I'd be reluctant. I'd have to go look in the rotation. But Chance is warming. He pitched in this game in Real World. You could see he did some relief work, and he's good. So Chance is warming here. Here's Unser now. Again, 1 more hit or walk, and Kaat is fatigued. It's 1 out. Hank Allen being held on first. The pitch to Unser. That's 5-7, left-handed. Grounds it to second. That's going to be Tovar, 334. That'll be 19-3. It's a G1. He's a 34. That's going to be 4-7-8. He's a 34. And an 8. It looks like none. It's going to be a G1 at second base. There is a batter on first. That's going to be a DP 43. Lord. I think that's 4-3. Let's see. Oh no, infield was not in. But DP 43, where the hell is it? There it is. And it is a double play. Nice play by Tovar. And that will retire the side. So we're in the middle of the 6th. Kaat gets out of it without fatigue, but he has 2 against him in his first endurance inning. And it's a 1-1 ball game. I'm going to head now to the bottom of the 6th now. Bosman. His first endurance inning is the 7th. It's going to be Killebrew, Reese, and Nettles. And I think now would be a great time for coffee. No breaks right now. A great time for coffee here. Throw a little milk in there. Coffee time, indeed. Bottom of the 6th. And here's Killebrew facing Bosman. It's a 1-1 ball game. Okay, Bosman on the mound. He gets the sign from Casanova. Here's the windup and the pitch to Killebrew. That's going to be 6-6 right-handed. Fly ball to left field. Hank Allen getting under it. And that's one away. Now Rich Reese. Oh, that is good coffee. Oh. Good coffee. Okay, Bosman. The pitch to Reese. That is 3-5. And he grounds it back to Bosman. And he throws it to Howard underhand. And that's 2 away. That's funny. You ever see how sometimes a pitcher will throw the ball? Once I don't know if it was a pitcher or a second baseman, but he got a ground ball. He couldn't get the goddamn ball out of his hand. So he just threw the glove with the ball. I don't know why he couldn't do that, but isn't that something that's quick thinking? 2 outs, nobody on, and here's Nettles. Bosman the windup and the pitch. That's 110 right-handed, and he grounds it to first, and Howard, he's got it. Bosman covering the bag. And it's a 1-2-3 for Bosman. Wow, he looked stronger there than he has, as strong as ever. So after 6, we've got a 1-1 ball game. I'm enjoying this ball game. Here comes Kaat now. His second endurance inning, he's got 2 against him. 2 more. This inning, he's fatigued. Casanova leading it off. And Darryl Knowles, the ace, although he pitched last game, he pitched the last game in real world. He pitched this game in real world. Darryl Knowles is warming. He's a left-hander, I believe, yeah. And also Bob Humphreys, a right-hander. Okay, Casanova leading it off, but I see Bosman coming out on deck now. Here's Kaat. And the pitch, 2-8, left-handed, struck him out. That's the 5th strikeout today for Jim Kaat. Here's Dick Bosman. Williams staying with his pitcher. Let's see. My son finally Oh, Christ. I just spilled a little coffee. There we go. Oh, it's okay. It's not too bad, this one. This one is not too bad. It happens, folks. Fortunately, sometimes the cards get hit. And when that happens, that happened to the Montreal Expos. And some of their players got stained, but it was very light. You can hardly see it now. It's like a shadow. There. And that's all part of life, you know? You gotta have a sense of humor. You know? It's a shock at first, but you gotta have a frickin' sense of humor in life. There we go. It's like it never happened. Okay. Here's Bosman now at the plate. Kaat on the mound. The windup and the pitch. That's 5-5, left-handed. Grounds it to short X. That will be for Cardenas a 233. Oh, that's good coffee. 233 to Cardenas with 1 out. That'll be a 9-2 G2. It's a pretty neat system they have here. Cardenas E33. That's going to be 8-11. Wait a minute. That's 11. Cardenas 33. That's going to be none. So that's a G2 none. That should just be a simple out. Yeah, that's exactly what it is. So it's 2 away. And top of the order, Tim Cullen. Cullen 0 for 3, reached on 2 errors. Both errors by the Twins today, one by Killebrew, the other by Kaat. And Kaat is 1 out away from having full endurance. Both pitchers masterful today. It's a 1-1 ball game, top of the 7th. Here's the pitch to Cullen. That's 6-7, right-handed. Struck him out. That's the 6th for Kaat. It's a 1-2-3 inning. And it's the 7th inning stretch with the score. Washington 1, Minnesota 1. We've got a ball game here. And it's a very, very nice ball game, I would say. I hope you're all enjoying it. We're going to take just a few minutes, about 3 minutes to stretch. Twins scored their run in the 2nd with 2 outs. Nettles singled, came home on Roseborough's double. The Senators scored their run in the 6th, a solo home run by Ken McMullen to lead off the inning. And that's where it stands now, 1-1 ball game. I'm Jeffrey Guterman, and this is the Strat-O-Matic Baseball Network. having a good time. I hope you are. Very relaxing. Very. What's nice about it, the Strat-O-Matic is to stay occupied, keep yourself busy. And enjoy yourself, distract yourself from everyday problems, and so forth. And don't forget the and so forth. We'll be back in just a couple minutes with the hopefully the conclusion of this ball game, unless it goes into extras. Who knows? Oh, Louis Tiant just posted something. Oh, we'll be back very, very shortly. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy Harden. It's going to be Treaty O Versailles, Big Man Howard, and Ken McMullen. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm looking to the wrong place. It's going to be Roseboro, Cardenas, and Kaat. And if there's 2 outs, we'll surely let him hit. He's earned it. He has refreshed his endurance. Oh, that's good coffee. Oh, that is good. Good freaking coffee. Yeah. Good freaking coffee. Yeah. I think this is about it for me. One game today. I think don't want to push my limits. Do you know what I'm saying? I'll probably do a space later. Maybe. Oh. 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 Okay, let me go ahead with this. Bottom of the 7th, it's Dick Bosman. And this is his first endurance inning. It'll be Johnny Roseboro to lead it off. I'll tell you what, if this goes into extras, I'll resume it this evening with the other stuff. Just a little by chance. See if it can happen. Here's Bosman. The way these pitchers are pitching, you never know. 6'4" left-handed, fly ball center. And under that is Unser. He's a 212. He's very good out in center field. That's going to be a 15-2. It's an F2. He's probably going to have this. See, it makes it easy for me this way. Unser again is he's at E12. That's going to be 12-13. 12-13, it's none. F2 will be an out. Unser has it. I knew he would have that. That's one away. Here's Leo Cardenas now. This is the kind of game I like. I love games like this. Okay, Leo, 1 for 2 today. Here's Bosman, the wind-up, and the pitch to Leo. 212 right-handed, he flies it to left. And Hank Allen is under it, he makes the catch. And Jim Kaat is gonna hit. It's only the 7th, folks. And he's fresh. Kaat is 0 for 2. Here's Bosman. The pitch to Kaat. He's got end power. Watch out. 6-3. Fly ball left field X. He actually, yes, to left field. That's for Hank Allen. He's a 325 with 2 outs, no one on. That'll be 13-3. It's an F2. I don't know if others do this. I bet you some do. Hank Allen is a 25. E25. Oh, he's the worst you can be. Lord. I think so, Gigi. I think it can. 3, 5, 6, 7. He's a Hank Allen is a 25 with a 7. Whoa, he's out. It's an F2. He's out. And the side is retired. I believe it can, Gigi. I haven't looked. It's under rare plays. And to be honest, I have not. I don't know. Actually, you know, I do not know. Maybe not. So it's a 1-1 ball game. We're going to the 8th, and here's Kaat, who is still strong here. It's going to be Treaty O Versailles to lead it off. He's 1 for 3, doubled left on, struck out twice. We will suspend the game after 9 if it's tied, and resume later today with the other stuff. Here's Kaat. That's 2-6 left-handed. Whoa, just missed. It's a chopper to second. Tovar makes the play, 1 out. And I want it to go to extras. Here's big man Howard, though. He can change that. Howard 0 for 3 today. Kaat gets the sign from Roseboro. And the pitch to Big Man. Oh, 210. And he flies it to right. And Oliva makes the catch, 2 outs. Here's Ken McMullen, 2 for 3. Singled left on, homered in the 6th to tie it up. And the pitch to McMullen. That's 1-8, left-handed. Base hit to left for Ken. He's 3 for 4 today. Let's see if the Senators can mount a 2-out rally. Brant Aaliyah, the batter, with McMullen on first, not being held. Aaliyah 0 for 2 and a walk. Here's the pitch from Kaat. 1-8, left-handed, struck him out. And that's number 7 for Kaat. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 left. Middle of the 8th, it's all tied at 1. We're looking at 2 very, very, oh, thanks, Rhodes Scholar. It's super advanced, yeah. Very, very great pitching here. Now, Bosman will face the top of the order here. Eulander leading it off. Eulander 0 for 3, reached on a force left on. The windup from Bosman and the pitch. That's 3-3, right-handed, fly ball to right. And Aaliyah makes the catch. That's 8 in a row for Bosman. Now Tovar. Tovar 0 for 2 and walked. That is 5-5 right-handed, chops it to short. Treaty au Versailles fields it and throws him out 2 away. And now Tony Oliva, now he's got power. And so does Killebrew on deck. Boy, has Bosman been something today. So has Kaat. Oliva 0 for 3. And the pitch. That's 3-10. Oh my, there it goes. It's deep to left, and it's gone. I don't know why I thought that, but Oliva has just hit a home run to put the Twins ahead. I'm sorry, Kathy. It just happened. I had a feeling, you know, Oliva, he's not the biggest home run hitter, but he had 24. And we are going to take a peek at, for Tony O. For Tony O, that's number 28. And whoa, is it a big one. So it's a 2-1 ball game with 2 outs, and here's Killebrew. If you're looking ahead to the top of the 9th, it'll be Hank Allen, Del Unser, and Paul Casanova. Killebrew at the plate. The pitch from Bosman. That's going to be 3-7, and he walked him. So 1 more hit or walk, and Bosman is fatigued. Now Rich Reese. Left-handed hitter. And the pitch to Reese. That's 6-9, left-handed, grounds it to short X. That's going to be Versailles 440. God help us. That's 15-4. It's a G2. Let's see if Versailles can handle this. He is a 40. God. Six, seven, eight, nine. And it looks like he's got him with 2 outs. Versailles 40 on a G2. And he's out. It's technically a force. It's not a force, but we're gonna play it that he stepped on the bag. He stepped on the bag. Whatever. Or threw it to the second baseman for the out. But 1 run on a home run, a very big home run by Tony Oliva. What a game it's been. And here comes Kaat for the win. He's gone all the way. 1 run in 8 innings, 6 hits. He's walked 1, struck out 7. It's going to be Hank Allen to lead it off. Okay, Kaat is ready. The windup and the pitch to Hank Allen. That's 5-7, right-handed. Grounds it to second X. That's going to be for Tovar, 344. 334. That's a G1 to Tovar. That's 456. That's none. Looks like Tovar's going to get that. He does. That's 1 out. So Kaat is 2 outs away from the win here. Del Unser, the batter. Unser 1 for 3. Lefty here. They're going to let him hit. Kaat gets the sign from Roseboro into his windup and the pitch to Unser. That's 2-5, left-handed, and that's a drive. It's a base hit by Unser. A 2-5 single off Kaat. Unser 2 for 4 now. Here's Casanova. And there'll be a hitter for sure for Bosman if Paul does not ground into a double play. Here's Kaat from the stretch. And the pitch to Casanova. That's 6-3 right-handed. Oh my, Casanova against the left-hander, hits it deep to left. Going back as Nettles, it's gone. A 2-run home run by Paul Casanova to put the Senators ahead by a score of 3-2. Oh my. Paul Casanova. Oh my, oh my. A 9th inning special, Kathy Harden, for Paul Casanova. Please, let's look at that again. Oh my, 6-3 right-handed. It was that he hit the sweet spot and home run 1-13. He's got the power against left-handers. And, oh shit, was that a 20? Oh, no. Yeah, no, it's a fly out. Oh, I'm so sorry. Look at that. It's a 20. I misread that. Oh, Lord Christ. Kathy, I'm so sorry. I freaking misread that. I am so sorry, Kathy Harden. That was a 20. Tough break. I'm surprised no one else said anything. I just got so excited, I looked at the end home run. I didn't even look. It's a fly out to left by Casanova. So that'll be 2 outs. Let's see who's going to come in to hit. It's going to be, oh, here he comes. It's going to be Mike Epstein. Even though he's a left-hander, please do it for Kathy Harden, because she's probably a bit disappointed at my behavior. Yeah. That was a 20. I'm going to go look at it on the replay, you know. And by the way, he still has power against left-handers. In fact, his power is just a tad better, just a tad, against left-handers. So that's what we're going for. We're going for a home run ball. And Kathy Harden, I will be looking at the replay to make sure that's a 20. I don't think I moved it. So here comes Mike Epstein after the call is reviewed. Epstein is the go-ahead run at the plate, answer the tying run at first under protest. I'm going to go look. I can't look now, Rhodes Scholar, but I'll look, and if that be the case, we'll go back and try to reconstruct the game, okay? That's what we'll do, and it should be pretty easy to do, because we'll stay with Casanova. We'll just, you know, we'll replay the game. Epstein's at bat will stand, but if it's a home run, that means we'll just move to the bottom of the ninth. Okay, here's Kaat. The pitch to Epstein. Oh, 1-9 left-handed, and he struck him out. And the game is over. I thought this was a cool frickin' game. The final score is Minnesota 2, Washington 1. We're going to look at the replay, okay? But for now, it's Kaat with the win. He went all the way, his 17th of the season. He pitched 9. 7 hits. You play enough games, you play 1,507 games, you're going to have some situations like this. I'll even mention a note on the community board. I might do a clip. They don't always work very well. He walked 1, he struck out 8, just a stunning performance. Bosman gets the loss. He pitched good baseball too. He allowed 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. My goodness. He walked 2, struck out 1, and he allowed 2 runs. Tough loss for Bosman. It was a 20. Oh, Rhodes Scholar, thank you. You're awesome, Rhodes Scholar. You're an awesome frickin' guy. An awesome guy. The final line in this game, Minnesota 2 runs, 4 hits, and 2 errors. Washington 1 run, 7 hits, out hitting and losing 1 error. What a game. Jim Kaat turns out to pitch a marvelous game. We've just got confirmation from Rhodes Scholar. No reason why it shouldn't have been a 20, because that's what the die read. And I hope you all enjoy the ball game. I've had a very, very tough weekend, but this was a very leisurely, enjoyable ball game. Kathy Harden, my regrets. Thank you, Rhodes Scholar. You're an awesome participant. I want to say to everybody, stay strong, stay well, And Kathy Harden, I'll catch you next time.